Today is the 18th of September, and you know, some bad luck has befallen our family. Nothing serious, but enough to drive you nuts. Wifey, unfortunately, fell off the sofa while she was asleep the other night and hit the floor on her left side. Broke 4 ribs and her left side clavicle. Oh man, she spent the night in the hospital, and the next day they let her out. And she's just on the mend right now. Steroids, pain pills, the whole 9 yards. So I've been taking care of her, and then boom, here comes a kidney stone for me. Oh, jeez. For those of you who have never had a kidney stone, you have no idea what you're missing. You know, I always like these people. Boy, they say, yeah, kidney stones. I can just imagine what they're like. No, you cannot. If you've never had a kidney stone, you haven't the foggiest idea what they're like. Anyway, I've passed 3. I think I'm on my 4th one. I just want to get them over and done with. Unfortunately, when you're experiencing a kidney stone passing through, you're in no mood to be working on small electronics, changing out capacitors and resistors. You just can't do it. The pain's too intense. It's not constant, unfortunately for me, this time. It comes and goes, but it comes and goes so often that I just could not concentrate on what I'm doing. I'd make a mistake. So I'm working on the bigger things to try to take my mind off of it. So we're working on the wheels on the bottom of the jukebox cabinet, and what we're going to do, I've already drilled the holes and primed these things, and got them good to go. And the wheels need cleaning. Though I just sprayed them down with some cleaner. Didn't do much good. I'm going to take the old lacquer thinner. I'm going to give them a good cleaning. All right, let's see if the old lacquer thinner is going to take a lot of this stuff off. Oh yeah. Oh man, look at that. I'll tell you what, that lacquer thinner is your best friend, as long as you be careful with it. Look at that. I can't believe it. I put lime away on there trying to get that stuff off there, that old grease. It didn't do a thing. Look at that, it just takes that crap right off. Well, let me finish cleaning them. Now we know it'll work. Look at that. Look at that. We'll get the rest of that here now. Let me stay working on it, keep my mind off my kidney. Alright, all clean. Now what I'm going to do is run them through wifey's dishwasher. She always likes it when I use her oven on her kitchen stove and her dishwasher, you know, to clean and dry out and do different things with my radios or whatever I'm working on. She loves me doing that. Somebody stop me! But her ribs are broke. Won't be her. I decided to take those wheels that were on the bottom of the old jukebox cabinet, and you know, they had a little rust on them. I soaked them all night long in Evapor rust. I used this old little my old lunch bucket from when I was working before I retired. Now, I got news for you guys. There's no such thing as retirement. It's a complete falsehood. All right, they look pretty nice. Okay, the rust was on the bottom here on all these wheels. Boy, they look really nice now. I'm not complaining about that one bit. Let's see if the others are doing pretty good too. Yep. Oh, I'll tell you, whoever come up with this Evapor rust deserves a medal. Deserves a medal. That looks really good too, man. And of course the last one. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, they're all rust free. I'm happy. We'll go rinse them off and put them in the sun and let them dry. The hardest part to repairing the cabinet on our jukebox here is not the gluing. That's just tedious and time consuming. The hardest part is proving to be remounting these wheels on a much sturdier platform bolt, you know, like so. I'm going to have one of these inside and out. There'll be one here on the outside, and the other one will be on the inside, and they'll all be bolted together with these bolts here, flat washers, bolts, and lock washers, nuts. And the problem I was having was that you can see down there the light colors with the original wheels that came with the jukebox. That's how small they were. Well, over the years they broke, I guess, and somebody else replaced them with these much larger wheels, much stronger wheels too. They did a good job in purchasing the wheels. The problem is when instead of measuring properly, they just went ahead and drilled holes randomly, I guess, that would match up with these here. So essentially what's happening is the wheel, this square part right here, you know, it's not really straight up and down. It's kind of crooked, and it's close to, on one side, it's far enough away from this bar with no problem. On the other side, they put it really close down near the bar, and I'm having to make adjustments. Now, I could just drill brand new holes, but you know, hey, this thing's already got enough holes in it as it is. So I just said, no, we're going to go ahead and use the existing holes, even if the wheel is a little bit crooked. From what you can see right there, the left-hand side right there is kind of at an angle. And even if it's a little bit crooked, no one's going to see it anyway. And what I'm looking for here is strength and durability. So no more drilling of extra holes. I'll go ahead and spray paint that real good with some primer. I'll clean it, spray paint it. And then like I did up here, I've already done that here, and I've already done that over here. Now that's what I'm talking about. Good solid wheels. They won't go anywhere. Alright, compared to what it was, that's like 1,000,000% better. Unfortunately, the other side needed a little more glue and repair work. By the way, someone asked me how much glue I've used so far. Almost an entire 4-ounce bottle. And I got a little bit left. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you how much. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see how much I got left. Right there's the level. Well, time for another shot of cranberry juice. You know, natural, no sugar added, from Ocean Spray. That helps that kidney stone problem, trust me. And then also, I always have my problems on the left side of the body, the left kidney. And you know, that's where all my stones come from. An old guy told me years ago, John, just start hopping up and down on that left foot. And he was like in his 70s. He had a stone one time, and the doctor in the hospital where he went when he was young, I'm talking probably back in the 40s, he told this guy, go up to the top floor of the hospital and in the elevator, and then run back down the steps and keep doing that, up, down, up, down. And he said, what for? He said, run down those steps. He said, gravity, as you come down on your feet on those steps, gravity will help pull that kidney stone through. So he said, I did, and he said after just not too long of a time, the old kidney stone passed right on through. So the way I've been dealing with it, I remembered that. So the way I've been dealing with these stones is when they get to a certain point in the tube that they're trying to get through, start hopping up and down on your left leg, up and down, up and down, up and down. And believe it or not, after about 30 to 40 minutes, once it reaches a certain point in that tube, that hopping actually brings that thing down using gravity. Take that for what it's worth. I know it works for me. Time for some juice. What's the matter, Mac? Mac says he's got a kidney stone too. He said, I need a snacky. He said, I need a snacky for mine. There it is right there. All right. He said, oh, that stone's feeling better already, isn't it? Yes, it is, my sweetheart. Oh, you my big boy. Oh, I think I cured my little poodle. Well, it's a couple days later. I got all 4 of the wheels on nice and solid. And I was getting ready to paint this, and sure enough, I scrutinized it very close. More gluing was needed. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I'm almost getting gun shy, you know, where I don't want to look because I'm liable to find it. I'm like the guy that goes to the dentist, you know, hoping that the dentist will not find any cavities. All right, well, I went ahead and glued it. It's dry. Let's get this off. Clean this up a little bit, and then we'll get the bottom painted. Long time coming for this. I have double checked it all the way around again, and I do not see any more gluing needed, at least on this side. There is some stuff on the other side I got to play with later, but let's get this done first. We are really zeroing in on the completion of this cabinet with those wheels on there. I've gone ahead and vacuumed it all out, cleaned it all out, and I haven't scrubbed it with the soap and water yet, a mild soap and water, not yet, but we will. Right now I have a couple other things. You'll see where some of the plywood surface is gone. What I'm going to do is cut this straight up and then straight across, just make a square out of that, and then use some iron-on veneer that I have. Let me show it to you. What we're going to use to fill that spot in is this veneer edging. I found a whole roll of it in the process of cleaning it out. Like I said, I had a lot of stuff I didn't even know I had. Anyway, it's got glue on one side and veneer wood on the other, and you just, put it where you want it, along the edge of a table or something, and just iron it on with a regular iron. And it's just about the same thickness as that layer of wood over there that's missing. Get a little zoom in here. There we go. Just about the same thickness as that blue layer of wood. I think it's going to work good, and if it's just a tad off, nobody's going to notice it anyway. So I'll be happy, and that's all that counts. And you'll be happy too. We'll all be happy. Well, the patchwork has been completed. I ironed on 2 or 3 strips here, which filled in that nice hole, that nasty looking hole. I even put a tiny little strip right there. It worked out great. Ran some along the top and over here. Real nice, real easy. Cut. Make sure it's just as close as you can get it, and just slap the iron to it. You have to set your iron on wool setting, and try to use, go to a Goodwill or flea shop or flea market shop or something like that. Pick up an old iron that has a Teflon bottom. Teflon bottom works good. I bought a brand new one. I think it was in Walmart for, I don't know, 14 bucks or something like that. I've used it for a long time. Works great. Just as I was getting ready to paint this thing, I noticed that one of the corner wedges, the angled braces there, was missing. So I dug around in a pile of braces I had here and there, and I found one that came off this jukebox somewhere. I can't figure out where it came from. It might have been up in this area here, I don't know. But it doesn't seem to be missing at all the more you look, Anyway, I went ahead and, I have others, but I went ahead and stuck it on there and glued it in place. But that's not going to stop us from starting to do some painting. First thing I want to paint is this screen. So what I did was I hung a towel over the top down the other side, and we're just going to spray that screen with flat black paint, and then we're going to take the, after it dries, which won't be but a couple of minutes, we'll take the towel and drape it over this way and spray from the other side coming this way, and that should take care of the screen. So let's see how that works. That's the brilliant idea of the day, by the way. Seems to be working okay. I think what we can do is maybe paint from here all the way over to there and get that all done, and then tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon I'll slap the rest of the paint on here. We'll be done. I think this might just do the job. Let me stay with it. I'll get back to you when it's done. The screen is painted both sides now, and the reason I use spray paint is because I didn't want to clog up the holes. You take a brush or a foam rubber like what I'm using right here, it would have clogged up the holes, and I would have had to sit there and keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, trying to get the holes unclogged. The spray does a great job. So this is flat black. Any old flat black will work. This is a water-based. I'm going to go ahead and just start painting this baby until she starts looking a whole lot better. It's going to take a few minutes to get her done, but hey, who cares? Got plenty of time. She's looking better already, isn't she? Yes, she is. I'll get back to you after I painted it over to about this area right here. Maybe even up to the top a little bit, away from that wedge brace that I have there. Well, that's it. I don't think I've ever quite seen a flat black quite that shiny. Anyway, when it dries, it's supposed to be flat black. I thought it was a water-based, but I think it's oil. I do have some semi-gloss. What we're going to do is next time around, in the next video, we're going to go ahead and strip this. We're going to, first of all, tomorrow morning, I'll flip this thing up on its side after it's dried, and I'll touch up underneath here where I couldn't quite get. We'll remove the clamp, and I'll finish up and touch up. Just do the touch up on the bottom, and that'll be it. And then next time, we'll go ahead and strip this part right here. As you can see, someone has already, I don't know why, but he took a sander to it. You don't do stuff like this, guys. He took a sander to it and kept sanding and sanding and sanding until the wood flat disappeared. Don't do that. Anyway, use stripper, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave that like it is right there. And if I tried to strip all that off, that wood, it would wind up ruining it. Just leave it like it is. It's part of the Jukebox's story, okay? And we'll go ahead and strip that, strip this over here. We'll repaint this a satin black, which I have. It's a water base. And we'll go ahead and touch up here a little bit with some black, I think, or I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with that raw wood. I want to put some sealer on it first. And then, I don't know, I might just put sealer on it and leave it and wait till the paint. So strip here, finish here, strip here and here, and try to put the hinges on. I want to put the hinges on. We'll see how that goes next time. So until then, this is John.